rest of the crew, including himself. They leaped off the boat as it went up in flames, and as the destroyer passed by. Nearly drowning from their various injuries, hope seemed non-existent.
It was on this dark, eerie night that John F. Kennedy, wounded and fearing his own death, dragged his men to the nearest shore and survived for 6 days before being fully rescued. It was because of this unbelievably courageous act that we honor members of the Glenbrook community with the John F. Kennedy Award for Courage.
The award is truly in a league of its own. It represents overcoming adversity, selflessness, and great emotional strength. The recipient is someone who rises above great difficulty, as John Kennedy did many years ago. The recipient is someone who, through his or her actions, inspires us. This year is no exception. We would now like to invite GBN seniors Austin Gundry and Zachary Berkowitz to the stage to further describe the recipient of this year's John F. Kennedy Award for Courage.
We all know how difficult this transition is from junior high to high school. There are new people to meet, new classes we have to take, and new expectations for us to live up to. But for this student, the transition became much more of a struggle when she was diagnosed with leukemia right after her 8th grade graduation.
That summer, set to go off to theater camp and become a counselor, she was instead forced to stay back and deal with her illness. The effects of being diagnosed with such a life-threatening condition soon hit her hard as the beginning of her freshman year approached. She constantly was plagued with infections and had to go in to see doctors to be tested multiple times. Daily life for this student soon became a battle in every sense of the word.
She faced a battle with intensive chemotherapy regimens. She went through chemo for 2.5 years and consequently has only been to school for a total of a semester and a half. There was also her battle against the limitations her body was forcing on her. When she tried to eat, her body quickly rejected, and so what we normally see as the trivial need of hunger and nourishment became a nearly impossible daily fight.
And still, there was a battle against all odds to graduate high school in 4 years. The idea of maybe graduating a year or two late simply wasn't an option she would let herself take. While we may set goals to get straight A's or to make some varsity sports team, this student had one goal: to be able to be on stage with her senior class on graduation day. She spent the majority of her high school career home fighting tooth and nail with her illness. She sometimes attended night school to make sure she could get all of her credits. In the end, while the staff and faculty of GBN certainly had an important role in helping her along the way, the opportunity to graduate was in no way handed to her.
All in all, this student is so determined and positive that it truly is inspiring. One of the more remarkable details of this young woman's journey, as pointed out by her mom, is that at times even her doctors weren't able to tell if she was sick. In the darkest times, her cheerful personality and unwavering kindness to others shine through, though her physical state was not so compliant. Still, she refused to put the rest of her life aside and always retained the motivation to move forward.
Her mom also said this positivity is just in her. When she was little, she would go out around the neighborhood and bring back families to their house for them to meet. She would bring the whole family, parents and all, and have them in the backyard in the swing set to play. And that, her mom said, is how they got to know the neighborhood. What's so amazing is that this student has been able to retain this outgoing personality through such difficult and trying times. Even without being in school and being around a group of peers to reach out to, she still has been able to reach out. She still talks with her friends through texting and Skyping. Although she cannot participate in many activities a high school student would want to participate in, she has found ways to make certain things happen.
Most recently, she wished to attend the Pride Assembly in April. She had never been to a Pride Assembly before, and hearing that this would be the last one she would be able to attend, she made it a goal to go. So instead of having her mom call the school, she herself emailed her counselor, making sure it would be okay for her to go. And with the okay, she went to her first Pride Assembly ever.
And that wasn't all. She has been to multiple school dances, including her freshman year homecoming and her senior year prom last weekend. And even more, she enjoys giving back to all the organizations, such as the American Cancer Society, that have helped her get through her tough times by speaking at their fundraising events about leukemia.
Looking ahead, she currently plans on studying law in order to one day become a defense attorney for juveniles. According to her mom, she aims for this career path because she holds the children in unconditional positive regard. Though her battle with cancer could have made her jaded, she still views the world in a positive light and holds on to hope for the future.
In the end, she earned more than enough credits and will be graduating along with her senior class next weekend, a feat that truly displays her determination, dedication, and courage.
At this time, we would now like to invite her oncologist, Dr. Jennifer Rychek, to the stage to present her with the award. And now, it is our honor and privilege to present this year's John F. Kennedy Award for Courage to Samantha Wildebohr.